It is I, Ronald Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, where last night I listened to President Obama's big speech about Libya, and I would like to respond to it. I would like to point out in that speech, in the first part of that speech, almost half of it as a matter of fact, I swear I saw that shining city on the hill that Ronald Reagan talked about. I actually was moved by his words. He talked about things that are dear and precious to me, about American values, things that we understand as American values. American values such as the belief in liberty and freedom. It says in the Declaration of Independence that all men are created equal, and it doesn't make a difference what the religion is or where they are located, that all men are created equal. And His Mightiness was talking about a coalition in NATO and our long-standing allies. I've got news for His Mightiness Obama right now. He has the greatest coalition ever devised by man, and it doesn't have a damn thing to do with NATO or our allies. The greatest coalition against tyranny in the Muslim world and in the world in general is liberty and freedom, and the basic idea that all men are created equal with inalienable rights given to them by their Creator, the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That is your great coalition, and these are the people, no matter where they are at right now in the Middle East, that want liberty. In fact, I was listening to the prognostications before the speech, and in that before the speech, there was their senior correspondent, political correspondent of Fox News, Brit Hume, touched on it. He touched on it, but then he skipped over, and I'm going to explain it to you. Obama had me in this speech. I was moved by it at first when he was talking about how he would not allow the slaughter of innocent civilians unless he acted. We knew what Gaddafi was. We'd seen him kill Americans before. We know that he would indeed kill innocent men, women, children to keep himself in power. And Obama did the right thing by taking military action. That's exactly right. His only problem was he didn't explain it fast enough. But with that being said, let me be absolutely clear about this. He had me in this speech until he said this. To be blunt, we went down that road in Iraq. Thanks to the extraordinary sacrifices of our troops and the determination of our diplomats, we are hopeful about Iraq's future. And this is exactly what Brit Hume touched on. But he skipped over it. You don't understand. What's going on in the Middle East right now is probably because of Iraq. I have heard Ron Parliamentons and Reverend Wright tell us that our chickens have come home to roost because of our actions in Afghanistan. The basic idea was that when the Soviet Union was occupying Afghanistan, they were committing atrocities against the Afghan people. And we, thanks to Congressman Charlie Wilson, stood up for them, armed them, and drove the Soviets out. What we did as a mistake was after the Soviets were gone, we abandoned those people, and it was a stain on the honor of this country. And the Ron Paul supporters are probably right about that. That led to the establishment of the Taliban and Al-Qaeda, and we all know where that went. And that was a mistake. maybe the old adage of you reap what you sow applied there. That's what the roaring Paulites would tell you. Well, that might be true, but we did the right thing by going into Afghanistan again and getting it right this time. And if what you say about you reap what you sow is true, then we are reaping what we sow in Iraq, because the seeds of liberty will spread quickly once they germinate, and that's exactly what's going on in the Middle East. And if His Mightiness has any sense at all, He will do everything He can to promote liberty and freedom, no matter where it shows up, because you can change the world by giving the people of oppressed people the exact same rights that we enjoy in this country. It is the greatest weapon against tyranny that there is. You don't even have to fire a damn shot or send a cruise missile anywhere if you try and promote liberty for people who long to have it. And that is exactly right. It's happening now in Yemen. It's happening in Syria, of all places. Promote it. Go out there. Extend the hand of friendships to people who yearn to breathe free, and you will indeed reap what you sow. Remember, it's just exactly what it is that Thomas Jefferson said, and it is so true. I would rather be exposed to the inconveniences attending too much liberty than those attending too small a degree of it. And that is exactly what His Mightiness Obama needs to do. Liberty, freedom is the greatest weapon we have against all tyranny, and it should be used whenever possible. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative Republican and Islamo-homophobiac saying this to you now. All men yearn to breathe free. Until next time, over and out.